Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Psychic TV, or as we like to call it, SPTV. And how lovely to see you all just before the Christmas period. Now, as you will see, this is a special evening of mediumship, and what we mean that is it is open to you viewers, but also those who are VIPs. Now, all I simply ask for you is, though I am connecting with spirit, if you can put in your comments that you are a VIP member. This just helps me know where I'm going. So if you're a VIP member, we will ask spirit to come forward. Now, if you're a viewer and you're not a VIP, don't panic, because although we have got VIPs, depending on our numbers and also your past loved ones, it may well be that non-VIP members also receive a reading. And as I said on my own page, if there's nothing on the telly, why not just come and watch me for this evening? So before we sort of jump into doing our mediumship, or we know what it's like with spirit, they're there anyway, let's do some hellos and build up the energy. So if you're new, hello, I'm Claire, Heavenly Sprinkles. I will refer to a gentleman called Richard. He is our producer, or as I call him, he is my digital spirit guide for the evening. So if you hear me refer to Richard and you wonder what's going on, that's Richard in the background. Some of you will obviously know who Richard is, and you'll probably hear me tell him off several times. So hello, Stace, lovely to see you. Good evening to Claire. Richard says good evening, and hello everybody in the chat. Hello Dawny, lovely to see you, and Richard says hello as well. Hello Izzy, good evening lovelies. Oh, I laid you off my own heart for saying lovelies. Hello. Hello Terry, hello, lovely to see you and lovely to see you today. Hello Helen, how are you? I hope you are well. Hello Christine, good evening to you. Just waiting for some more hellos. Hello Dawny, lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Hello Lisa, and Richard says hello as well. And what I always say is, if you've been on the channel and you recognise a name, please pop down and say hello to each other. It's always a wonderful way for us to connect to people. Hello Lightworker, that is a really cool, and good afternoon. So I presume you're not in the UK. We are all well. I hope you are well too. She's just putting up my hellos for me. Hello Yvonne, good evening to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Hi Becky, good afternoon. So another lovely lady that's clearly not in the UK. Good afternoon to you. Hi Kerry, loving the Father Christmas on there. I watched 84 Miracle Street today. That made me proper Christmassy. Hello B Tara Angels, good evening to you. Loving your profile picture as well. Hi Sophie. Oh, that looks more like a cheeky elf than anything else. I hope you are well. Hi Ashley, I'm loving the purple. Lots of spiritual work going on there. Lovely to see you. Hello Shelley, hello Richard and friends. Exactly, that's what we are. SPTV is a community. Hello Joanne, lovely to see you. She's saying hello to Richard and Terry, who's so important. Hello Cheryl, lovely to see you. Loving the Christmas trees. I have got the Christmas tree going on myself. Hi Sue, lovely to see you and all your lovely family members. Nadia, I always worry about saying your names. I do apologize. Nadia, thank you. This is when I love having Richard with me because he can help me. Hello, Nadia, and you're a VIP as well. So, hello, Natalie, lovely to see you. If you are a VIP, please put down in your comments because it helps me know that as this is a special evening for VIP members, it helps me know where I'm going with our messages. But remember, if you're not a VIP, it doesn't mean you won't get a reading. It just means we're working with the VIPs and spirit. Hello, Siobhan, lovely to see you. Good evening to you. Yes. So, hang on, I've just got to turn my heater off. Spirit makes me hot and I put the heating on and a little oil number 2 burning. Hang on 2 seconds. I will do that, Richard, in 2 seconds. I apologise. I'll be like, whew. So, some of you VIP people may well have already seen it. Some of you are thinking, oh, how to become a VIP. We have, and I was really lucky to announce it at the time, there is a wonderful Christmas VIP competition going forward. If you join a competition and pop over to the VIP area, you could be in for a chance of winning £100. Now, how amazing would that be? Like, think about all the sales we could get, all the Boxing Day sales, and how you can make your money stretch or just try and help make things a bit more comfortable. So pop over. If you're a VIP, look out for that competition and get your name down. And if you're a VIP, if you comment through, I'm sure we can organise and explain how. Richard, you're going to have to explain to me how we become a VIP, because I always get in a muddle and I want to do it properly. I'm going to get Richard to tell me. There you go. Well, thank you. I can't see the link. Do you know, Richard goes to me, Claire, there's a link. You just got to click on it. That's all very well. If you're a viewer, I'm on the other side. I can't see that link. So, yes, if you want to be a VIP, look down below. Remember, I can't see it, but I know it's there. A link, and it will take you on how to become a VIP. Right. My fringe is annoying me if you haven't noticed. I've got a new fringe, I've got a new hairdo. Right, let's just explain how I work, and then what we'll do is we will go forward and do some readings. So, I'm Claire, Heavenly Sprinkles. I like to keep it nice and simple. I'm a spiritual medium, and basically I chat to your past loved ones. Now, I allow my mediumship to be very, very free, very, very fluid, and the reason being is at the end of the day, we are all individuals up here, down here. When we go up there, I always say up there and down there, how your family communicated is going to be individual to them. So I just sort of say, here you go, your past loved ones, please come forward. Here's my energy. Communicate with me however works for you. Now, I do get names, I do get dates, I do get months. I will pass these over to you. Anything I don't understand, I will say, I don't know what they're talking about. However, I know that it will make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you, somebody around you will go, yes, I know what she's talking about. Simple one recently. I haven't got a more recent one at the moment. I'm thinking we had our SPTV example. I was getting You'll Never Walk Alone. Richard was helping me at the time. I didn't understand. I knew it was a song. And the lady, I didn't have a clue. I thought it was sung by Elvis Presley. And the lady went, no, I know what that is. Oh, okay, it did. But at the time I was confused, Richard. He's going to, it did. Anyway, I'm having a conversation with two here. And I didn't understand it. However, when I gave it to the lovely lady, she understood it, because she said to me, no, that was the song that was played at my husband's funeral. He was a Liverpool fan. So that's why I give you everything that I don't understand, because sometimes it's going to make complete sense to you. All I ask for you to do is comment back. Now, I trust your family to communicate with me in the best way possible. However, we as two individuals need to keep our communication strong to help me make sure I've got that connection. So all I simply ask you to do is come forward, say yes, say no. You can even say, Claire, I haven't got a clue what they're talking about. If I don't understand, it's always nice to know what they're talking about, but I ask for you to communicate back with me. It just gives me that reassurance that we are where we need to be. As I said, I trust your family in spirit, I trust my mediumship, but it's always good to have that communication. So I always ask you to come back. Anything that doesn't make sense, that's fine, hold on to it. And the only other thing I ask you is, please don't stretch. If it doesn't feel right in your heart, then that's fine. Take it. It will make sense along the way, but don't try and make it stretch. And the very final thing before we'll start moving on to doing our messages from our past loved ones, if you're listening to this message, I'm chatting to somebody and you're going, oh my gosh, I can take all of that. I can take the names, I can take the months, I know what they're talking about, and it feels right in your heart. Please take it. The reason being is that spirit, your past loved ones, know that when we're in an environment like this and we're in a digital platform and there's a lot of us, I can't get through to everybody else. However, your past loved ones know that. So what they'll do is they will work together and they will allow their message to come to 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. I do get double links. I try to avoid them. However, I said, if it feels right here, please take it, because we know our past loved ones. They just want to give us evidence of life after life and reassurance that they're fine. Now, I've done my whole spiel. That's half the time to let them know that I'm ready to carry on. So what I shall now ask for you to do is just start commenting Make sure you put your V in front of it so we know you're a VIP. Remember, if you're not one, that doesn't mean you're not going to get a chance for a reading. It's just that this is a special evening, so we'll put the focus on the VIPs. However, we know what our loved ones are like. And I will start making them connections with your past loved ones. So with that, I shall now ask Richard if you can start bringing through the comments, and I will now allow your lovely past loved ones to guide me, please. I will also say, whilst Richard's doing that, if you would like to talk to a particular person in spirit, you are more than welcome to put down who you would like to talk to. Because let's be honest, sometimes we want a message and we just need guidance. Other times we want to talk to our mum, dad, nan, granddad. We don't want to talk to a great uncle Bob that you never met. So that's why I say, if you want to make that connection with a past loved ones, please, by all means, you're welcome to put their name down. We will ask them to step forward. Right, I've done that bit. I'm going to just get ready now. Right, who are you? Okay. I have, first of all, I've got a okay. Hello, Simon. I've just, apologies. You just pinged up there, so I'm going to say hello, Simon, and lovely welcome to the page. Right, just so I'm just. And Simon's just become a VIP. Excellent. Welcome. I'm so glad I'm a VIP. I must admit, it's lovely to be able to support. Oh, sorry, I'm eating nice and terrible. Chrissy, I hear that you are a VIP, so welcome. Right, okay, brilliant. Excellent. Richard is just now starting to pull up the comments for those who are VIPs. Right, actually, do you know what, Richard, straight away, I'd like to come and work with Lightworker for the VIP, because she's a VIP and I'd like to come into her. So, Lightworker, I will ask you, is it okay for me to work with you? Now, I ask this because I work in spiritual churches and centres, and it's always good practice to ask anyway. So, Lightworker, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. Now, as I am connecting, I have this gentleman that steps forward into my energy. I do apologise. I've got an incense going. It's not spirit coming across the screen. And this gentleman gives me a sense of being dad. If he's not your dad, he would be your granddad, and I want to be on your dad's side. So I will ask if dad is in spirit. If not, it'd be your granddad. There is a very strong maternal link with this gentleman. If he's not your dad, he would be like your dad. I've got this real dad vibe, but if it would be your granddad, it would still be as if he is your dad, because I've got to recognize this love and this connection. So that's the first thing. I'll wait for the comments to come through. But Lightworker, I've also got something about a kitten. I don't know if you've recently talked. Yes, that would be lovely. Brilliant. Thank you. We'll keep on going. We'll find out who this gentleman is. But I've got a kitten with you, so I don't know if if your name is Kitty or you know a kitty, because I just got told kitten, or whether you're looking to have a cat. I know that there is animals in spirit because I can feel their energy. Yes, both. Okie dokie. I'm going to work with your dad if that's okay, because it was his vibe I was getting. But that was the first thing I got, kitty or kitten. So I'm going to use it as possible name, or either you're looking for a cat or something to do with a cat. Okay, right. Why? There's something important about this cat, because I've just been placed a big bow around this little animal, or whether there is a joke about you having loads of bows in your hair, because I've just got to recognise a bow. Okay, this gentleman likes to make me work, so I'm going to throw them bits at you purely because he keeps throwing it in here. Right, okay, I'm going to give you some names. I want to put a little bit. I've spent a lot of time with my granddad, my ex-killed right, okay, oh bless you, I'm so sorry. That's why the cat's important then. It just instantly was a kitten. Sending you, it's no good. Okay, and yes, Sadie's my spirit. Okie dokie, excellent. The bow's somewhere along the way, so I know I've got that. Right, I'm going to give you some names, because your lovely dad is a little bit all over the place, is how I want to, I want to say, either you're the very relaxed person who allows your thoughts to jump up and around, so you're kind of really thinking, because I've got Gemini going on here, or whether your dad was somebody that was quite a free thinker. Love my dad. Okie dokie. Cat, love my dad. Brilliant. Excellent. So you know about the cat in spirit. Excellent. But I know you said about spirit. I have to recognise somebody's a Gemini. I've got to recognise a June. I don't know where Gemini fits in, but I'm going to pass that over to you anyway. Right, let's get these names there. Right, the first name I need to give you is a Brian. A Brian, it sounds more like Brian than anything else, but I know I want to give you, light work, I want to give you the name Brian. I also want to give you the name Andrew, but I wouldn't use Andrew as Andrew. I would want to shorten it down to and or Andy. So obviously sometimes Andrea can be an Andy, but I know I want to shorten Andrew or Andrea down to Andy or Andy. Now, Andy or Andy, yeah. What I always say with names, they throw them through me. Spirit's starting to get better with their names and telling me whether they're up in spirit or down here, but I just have to give you the names for the moment. As he's also coming through, I want to recognise the name David. Got lots of gentlemen's names going on here. I want to recognise the name David for you as light worker. Like I said, if these names don't make sense for the moment, that's fine. Right, okay. He's talking to me about how he's aware there's been a lot of movement for you. And he's talking about being here, there and everywhere. So he wants to recognise that either you've been doing a lot of traveling or you are doing the move, because I'm here, there and everywhere. And emotionally, he's telling me you're not feeling very settled. Yes, me, you're the Gemini. Excellent. Thank you. You're not settled. And I'm up here. So this is feeling like this is something that's been building up, because I want to recognise my hands are up here. So I'm like here, there and everywhere. He wants to recognise, he's asking you to sort of, it's okay to take a step. Dave's like, okay, brilliant. Brian's makes a mind. Okay, David's your brother. For you, he wants to recognise about it's okay to take a step back. David's in spirit. Okay, thank you. It's okay to take a step back at the moment. Right, okay. Why does she need to take a step back? Okay, right. This here, there and everywhere. There's lots of movement, whether this is an actual, you traveling a lot, or whether it's a case of lots of thoughts going on. He keeps flashing me up the 7 of cups. They keep using tarots for me at the moment, because he's sort of saying it's okay to take a step back, because you're not seeing everything as clearly as you want to, or as clearly. He said to me, we've got to get the heart and the head in the right position. So I don't know if this makes sense to you. It feels more like I've got loads of things going on. He's telling me, it's like you want to do some spiritual work, or whether you're wanting to change how you work spiritually, or whether you're trying to get the balance between spiritual work and work. I've got lots of things going on around you, but he's saying it's okay to take a step back. Okay, your dad's definitely a gentleman that would give good advice. Thank you, sir. He talks to me, he wasn't somebody that would push his opinion upon you. He's me being about being a free spirit. However, he's talking about the fact that he would give good advice. He was somebody you would go and speak to. Right, let's get you some months. Apparently March was, I went straight away a month and he went March. March is important, a birthday, passing or anniversary. I also want to recognise April was important, birthday, passing and anniversary. What other month do you want to give me? I need to go into May. So March, April and May, birthday, passing or anniversary. Okay, right, so you're understanding it, right, okay. So I need to pass March, April and May. So birthday, passing, anniversaries, but it's like one after another, so something each month. Right, okay, so I'm starting to channel my gift is tarot, okay. Clairvoyant side getting stronger, and empath is trying to balance it and understand better, okay. Right, because that's why that makes sense then, because I've got the seven of cups, he's playing it back in front of me, and I'm really focused on the one that you can't see, and he's like, it's okay to take a step back because you need to get some more information. Okay, right, okay, thank you. He said to me, stop trying to run before you can walk. You're right saying that to me. I'm terrible for that. And your dad's laughing, but it's like you need to make sure that you can walk before you run. Okay, so because you're going to get yourself in a pickle. I thank you. And if you allow your energies to drop, this is me, then you will be no good. So your dad, as he comes through, as I said, pragmatic gentleman, good advice. And actually, the way he comes through is a very well-rounded, experienced gentleman. I wouldn't say totally spiritual, but of his generation, he would have had an open mind. His mind is what he's telling me. Okay. Right. And is there anything else for her? Light worker, my lovely, he has just come in. I asked him, was there anything else for you? I knew as he stepped in, he sort of said, we're all right this side. Everything's under control, is what he's saying. And he uses his hands, a lot. He's like, everything's all right this side. It's all under control, is what he just wants you to know. So it's all under control. And he's just popped in just to sort of say, he's watching you do all these different things. And yeah, your 7 of Cups is you're going to get your clarity. You're going to know where you're going. But you just need to make sure that you're not allowing to burn the candle both ends. Turns to it, he did have an open mind. That's it. But the way, always a wonderful person to talk to. He did have an open, yes. But the way he also gives it to me was he was ahead of his generation. So this is a guy that was open-minded in his generation, because it's like he accepted things. He's telling me I accepted things. He could see that there was different perspectives. And with that light worker, I will say thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. Okay, I'm going to give you Crystal. So I don't know whether you've recently bought some crystals or whether your name is Crystal, because he just threw in Crystal right at the end for you. But I am going to close your connection and say thank you so much for commenting back, because it really does help with our lovely connection. Some of you kind of got a bit of a telling off from your family. I find they use me to do that, unfortunately. But I hope it's given you some love and comfort and good luck on your spiritual journey. And I just say thank you so much. So let's do some more hello. So hello, Andrew. First time to the channel. Welcome. Lovely to meet you. So as I said, this is a special evening for VIPs. Now, all that just simply means is if you're a VIP, you need to make sure you put in VIP at the front of your comment or a V, and you will be given an opportunity for a reading. It doesn't mean if you're a non-VIP member, you won't get a chance, because we all know what our loved ones are like. They will send me where I need to go, but this is a VIP. And as I said, if there's nothing else on the telly, hey, why not pop along and say hello? So hello, Kelly, lovely to see you. Your first time here. Welcome to SPTV. Hello, Chrissy, lovely to see you. I'm loving all the red hearts. Right. Just letting Richard read some more names. Okay. Okie dokie. Right. Okay, keep going, please. Right, okay. I want to come to Nadia. Now I know to say your name right. I was so apologise, Nadia. Nadia, I'd love to come and work with you. Brilliant. And you just donated. Thank you very much. Now, I will ask, as we've got this opportunity, Nadia, if there is anybody you would particularly like to talk to in spirit. I know you said you're a VIP, so lovely. Thank you for supporting the channel. Just the first thing, is there anybody you would like to make a connection with? Because I've got a couple of people here, but I want to ask you. Yes, I want to ask you, although I've got them people in lovely family in spirit, I want to say, Nadia, is there anybody you would like to chat to? Why are you asking me that? I'll find out who it is, but I'm just going to ask you, is there anybody you would like to speak to, my lovely? If not, you'll get who's come through, but I really wanted to ask you. I have to recognise these things with your past loved ones, because sometimes how they come through can be a reflection of you. I tell you what I need to do is I've got these lovely people in spirit for you, Nadia, and the first thing I know as I'm asking that question is because I want to check on you, because there's lots of you giving and not necessarily always receiving it back, and this is the first thing that's coming through, is this support for you. I can't hear Richard. I don't know if Richard's gone. My earphones have gone funny. Right, hang on. Right, okay. Okay, Richard, I lost Richard. All of a sudden, my earphones went really quiet. My digital spirit guide left me for a second. I was a bit worried. Right, Nadia. As I've got this person coming through, I've got a real motherly vibe with this. I've got actually two people. I've got a lovely lady and gentleman that's coming forward. I don't have people past yet. Okay, that's fine. Now, although you haven't necessarily got anybody past, that's fine. It may well be that we are connecting with a great grandparents. That's fine. Sometimes if you can't make the connection with the person in spirit, that's okay, because it's the message we need to give you rather than the person. Sometimes we want reassurance of who's passed over. Now, this lovely people that have come through, it's a lovely man and a gentleman. They are in the grandparent realm. I'm not going to try and stretch and say which generation, but I know I want to come in. And the reason why I came in to ask you, who do you want? Because they're telling me there's a lot of people taking from you and not many people asking after you. How are you? What do you want? Okay, they talk about how you're giving a lot of emotional support to an individual, a partner, or a really good friend. There's a lot of love and affection towards this individual. However, I feel like at the moment there's a lot of attention on this individual, is what they're telling me, and they're not asking, or people don't think to ask you, how are you? Okay, and they're telling me that they are hearing you. They are hearing you. I need to recognize that. So although you necessarily can't take anybody in spirit, I'm still going to ask them to give me months that are important to you, birthday, passing, or anniversaries, and some names. Right, okay, so the first month I want to give you is, I've been told August is important. Birthday, passing, or anniversary. So August is important. Okay, I need to recognise October's important as well. Birthday, passing, or anniversary. What other month? And I want to go all the way to January is a birthday, passing, or anniversary. So we go August, October, and I've got our January is important. Now, what else do you want to give me? Really true, that's me. Okay, my lovely. It's like I said, just because we can't make our connection in spirit doesn't mean that our message is important. That's why we like, sometimes it's what we need. Right, okay. Give me some names. Right, okay. I've got to give you the name. It sounds more like Scott, unless you're in Scotland. Scott, and I've got also a Steve or a Stephanie. I've got a name. So I've got Scott, and I can hear the T very, very clearly, and I can hear the S. So I've either got Scott and Scotland, or I've got Steve or Stephen or Stephanie. I've got a name as well to pass over to you. So I'm going to give you them bits first. Come and give me another one. I've got to give you the other name I can hear, or the sound of the name is like a Marianne or a Marilyn. It's a double-barreled name, but I can hear the Mary more than anything else. So I don't know if it's a Marion or a Mary Ann, but it's a double-barreled name I need to recognise. So if these names don't make sense to you, don't worry. It could just be these are names of family members in spirit. Right. They're also talking to me that somebody, whether it's yourself or somebody else in the family, has been looking at their family tree. So this could easily be your mum's. I want to be on mum's side. That's where I definitely want to be. And I want to recognise on mum's side of the family, but somebody's been talking about or looking at the family tree. They're also talking about how they have seen you or somebody else around you look at the family photos recently. And they said somebody's been really quite sad because there's either been not necessarily a passing for you, but a passing for mum. So I don't know whether mum has lost a friend, like a lady friend, a really good friend, female, or an aunt. I've got somebody there. Now, again, if it doesn't make sense, that's not a problem. The thing is, they're recognising that older generations of ladies in your name are, there's some sadness around them, and they're just aware of it. And okay, you can take the name. Brilliant, thank you. Right, okay, I've got tuition with you. Studying. So again, they're talking to me about tuition and studies. Right, okay. I want to sort of say that you're growing and studying, but I want to say that you're helping somebody else studying. Now, when they do that to me and they show me that, it always means you're teaching, either you are a teacher and you're teaching younger people, or you've got younger ones underneath you giving you some studying. Right, okay. I also, they're telling me, is the message for you is they wanted to recognize that you're doing everything for everybody else. And they want to recognize that they're asking after you. They're checking in on you because you are kind of here, there, another here, there, and everywhere, giving lots of support. And they want to recognize that they're there to ask you, how are you? Okay. I also want to recognize either a brother or a partner. That's where I feel like a lot of attention's being given to at the moment. And it's not that you're not getting attention, because you've got lots of love around you, but there's a sense that there's a lot of focus on this person and their well-being, but sometimes there isn't about you. And I've asked them, is there anything else? And they went, no, we have just really popped in to say they wanted to ask you, are you okay? And to let you know that they see it from all perspectives. And this studying, this learning that's going on around you, there is more for you to do, or there is more for you to come. So there's either you're looking to do some more studying or improve your career or education, there's more to come. It's all about balance, is what they've said. Getting the right balance. Okay, also here, getting the right balance. Okay, so it's your daughter, because I just got you, I've got you caring, which is what I say underneath, but I need to recognise it's all about balance. Okay. And apparently it's okay sometimes if you have to count to more than 10. Now, obviously, I am a mum and I know what our children, we love them to bits, but they also drive us bonkers. And so they're just joking that it's okay if you have to count to more than 10. However, they've also said that she's a mini me, so mini you. I need a mini me. I need to recognise she is a mini you. They just said she's a mini me, so they want to recognise that she's a mini you, which is, they're laughing. This is because there's so many personalities, reflections in each other you. And somebody, okay, so that's it. All right, my lovely. I've just got lots and lots of love and affection for you. The message is just to let you know that they are aware and they want to give you this, the time to you is what, and I'm doing very much with my hands. It's this, it's so hard because it's an emotion. I just want to give you my time, their energy. So it's just to reassure you that although you're giving it to everybody else, the spirit world are with you and they are trying to give their energies to you, my lovely. And somebody loves Minnie Mouse. Even the name Minnie makes sense, or somebody loves Minnie Mouse, because as much as I was going Minnie Me, all of a sudden I wanted to place Minnie Mouse ears. So I don't know if you talked about going to Disneyland or somebody loves Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse. I just instantly, I got the Minnie Mouse for you. Nadia, but it is really just to let you know that the spirit world are around you, giving you the time and the attention that you deserve. Okay, is there anything else? And with that, my lovely, I know you said you couldn't tell us. Obviously, people haven't passed. It will be. It is. The way it feels is very much like a mum. It's a nan and granddad on your mum's side. So it'd either be your mum's nan and granddad is where I want to be. I know I'm in grandparent realm and I'm on your mum's side. And with that, I will close your connection and say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. I do truly appreciate it. Okay. Right, Richard, when you are ready, could we please roll the names next for the VIP? So as I said, if you've just joined us, this is a special VIP mediumship event. What that just simply means is those that are VIPs, as long as they put a VIP or put V in front of their comments, you kind of get to the top of the list. Now, we know Spirit will come and take us where I need to go. So if you're not a VIP, don't panic. It doesn't mean that you won't get a message or there isn't a chance. It just means that as this is a VIP one. And as I said on my page, if you was bored and there was nothing on the telly, why not pop over and watch Spiritual Psychics TV? Right, okay. Right, stop. I want to go to Ben, please, if that's okay, Spirit. Spirit. Is that okay, Spiritual Digital Spirit Guide, Richard? Sorry. I know, I called Richard my digital spirit guide, and I went, Spirit, stop, and I meant Richard. Right, Ben, I'd love to come and work with you. Loving the flowers and the butterflies for you, but I'd love to come and work with you if it's okay. Right, as instantly I got shouted, stop, and I knew it was Spirit. Well, that was my digital spirit guide, Richard. Ben, I'd love to come and work with you if it's okay. Right, I've got a gentleman that comes forward, but this is somebody of your same generation. So I don't know if this is a brother, brother-in-law, or a really good mate, because I've got a real brotherly vibe with this gentleman. So if it's not them, we will try and make the connection on who it is. But I've got a real, I'll tell you how he wants to give it to me. Now, this is me in my Essex accent. I will recognise why I'm struggling with my words in a minute. But it's like, you're right, geezer. No, I'm not expecting you to be an Essex boy or a Londoner, but I've got that type of, you're right, mate. That's what I want to recognise, that energy when it's a bit like, hello, how are you? Kind of thing. Right, this gentleman as he's coming through does make me feel that, as no Richard joked about me being tongue-tied, he struggled to get his words out near to when he passed. I want to recognise that he wasn't very good at communicating, or he contained a lot of his thoughts in his mind and didn't talk to your cousin. Okay, I knew I was on my same generation as you. This lovely guy, like I said, I'm all right, mate, kind of a bit of a wide boy, a bit of a Jack the lad type of gentleman, but very, very, very gentle. Okay, thank you. He even admits he was sensitive, but there was a mask that was put up with this gentleman, because I want to put a mask on my face. But he is a real big softy. And somebody, because the minute I told you, you went, I know about the tattoo. So I don't know whether you recently have talked about having a tattoo done, or whether you'll be able to take that your uncle or a family member has talked about having a tattoo, because the first thing I got, apart from Spirit Stop, was Ben tattoo. So I don't know if you've had a tattoo with him or not. That was just what he threw into me. Right, okay. Right, this lovely young man, because I do feel like he's a young man, because he doesn't make me feel that he's an older gentleman. If not, he would be young in his personality. I've got a lot going on in my mind. This guy is a lot, there was a lot going on in his mind, but he didn't verbalise it, because he's like, he's sort of throwing loads of thoughts, definitely a mask, okay. He's throwing lots and lots of thoughts around my mind. I thank you. And he jumped, or his thought process jumped. Now I always call myself a trapeze conversationalist. Okay, my sister has his name. Okie dokie, that's that bit. I always call myself a trapeze conversationalist, meaning that I have half the conversation in my head, then I say it, and then I bounce from one thing to another, and then it makes sense to me. The rest of the world, it doesn't. But he gives me that sense as well, that I'm struggling to sort of, either things escalate in his mind, or he would jump from one thought to another to another. Now, he may never have expressed this to you. However, he is talking to me that people were aware that things weren't quite settled with him, is what I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it there, because he's not talking to me much more about that, but he wants to recognise it. Right, Ben, I need to give you Anthony or Tony. That was another name he's thrown into me. So I need to give you Anthony or Tony. What others do I want to get? I've got to give you, what other name do you want to give me? I need to give a Darren. D-A, Darren. I want to recognise a Darren. Yeah, it's more Darren than David, but I know a D-A, Day. Okay, I also need to recognise the name D, D-E-E. So there's a D. I know you're a Davis, but I need D. So I don't know if there's a Denise or a Deborah, but I want to use a name that would be shortened down right down to D. I'm going to throw them bits in there because he's throwing them at me, so I'll throw them at you. Right, okay. Somebody's also talked about wanting to do skateboarding, because he's just planted a skateboard in front of my mind. Somebody either likes skateboarding or like fast sports, because to put me on a skateboard, I'd go whizzing. But I want to recognise somebody wanting a skateboard. I've got younger ones with this gentleman as well. I've got little ones. Either you're the one that's got the little ones or he's got the little ones. There's younger ones left around is what I want to recognise in here. Right, come through. What else? Right. Okay. I need to give you the name Stephen as well. And I need to give you the name Michelle. Again, their names are either here or there, but he's given me Stephen and he's given me Michelle. I will need to recognise May's important as well, a birthday, party, anniversary. May's important. I also want to recognise July's important, a birthday, party, and anniversary. And I want to recognise September. So May, July and September as birthday, party or anniversaries. Right, okay. Now, okay, I do look away, by the way. It's not because I don't want to look at you. It's sometimes I have to look away to allow the imagery to come through clearly in my vision. I'm going to give it to you, Ben. Yeah, okay. Somebody's either wanted to go to Glastonbury or somebody is looked to want to do being a Buddha or a Druid. A Buddhist, yeah, a Buddhist. Thank you. Wants to be a Buddhist. Thank you, Richard. See, this is why I was struggling with it. So somebody even wants to go to Glastonbury, a pilgrimage. No, thank you. Your lovely cousin. Well, this is what I mean. Your lovely cousin is still throwing in a bit of words. I wonder. Oh, thank you. My birthday, September. Excellent. Right. Your cousin tripped over his words because I'm terrible. I trip over my words all the time, but when I work with spirit, generally it doesn't happen. So I need to recognize it so we can move past about tripping over my words. Now, I want to be on a pilgrimage. So I don't know if you've talked or you live near Glastonbury or you want to go to Glastonbury, or whether you or somebody else has looked at being a Buddhist or being a Druid. Or Celtic. My brother's a Buddhist monk. Excellent, thank you. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, but he's talking to me about either you started to sort of dabble. We're having a dabble. I had dabblers before, or either you've started to look and think, shall I, shan't I? But he's aware of this as well. I'm not saying that you choose to go down the become a Buddhist, but it's either you've looked and thought, I really like the ethos. Because I'm sorry, in your imagery at this precise moment, I've got you in complete orange at the moment. So this is why I can't work out whether you're just looking at the theories and taking some of them as your life theories. Right, okay. He is telling me, though, for you, I've asked what his message is and why he come in. One thing was to pop in and say hello, because they all love to do that, pop in and say hello to you. However, he's also talking to me about you needing to slow down and slow your mind down. So I've got you, either you're looking to do spiritual work or whether you work spiritually, because it's like if your mind's racing, you're not going to get all the information, and he is bringing it as in the information coming through. So I want to recognise about you slowing your mind down. He's making me slow my speech down, thank you. Slow my mind down for you to receive the information. So I don't know if you've been looking to thinking new year, new spiritual work, but I know I want to recognise slowing your mind down to get the information. Okay, right. And somebody must have done this, has either loves, what is it? Yeah, it's the roses. Somebody loves roses, traditional chocolates. It's either roses or quality streets, but I can see roses unless the name Rose or roses are relevant. But I've got strawberry creams. So I don't know if somebody's joked about opening up the roses or whether he liked a strawberry cream or somebody likes a strawberry cream, because he's just planting in front of me the blue tub with the imagery of the roses and the name, the roses. And I'm being drawn to roses for you, Ben. So I need to double meaning there. Don't you just love a double meaning? But I want to pass that over to you. Is there anything else for you? No, he did just pop in to say hello, let you know he is. You need to slow your mind down. Welcome to my world, Ben, honestly. He is just sort of popped in to say hello. He was very much of a tactile person, very much expressive in his actions, because the way he used my mediumship with my words and everything else, it came through like that. So I want to recognize that personality. But yeah, you need to slow your mind down and the information will come. Yeah, we have to raise our energy to spirit, because that's how our mediumship work. But don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. So just raise it. He's telling me to, okay, raise your energy like you do with your mediumship. But when you start getting the information, try and slow it down, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, it's how I have to work, because my brain works very quick. But yeah, just slow down, the information will come through. And with that, Ben, I'm going to close your connection and say thank you so much for allowing me to bring in your lovely cousin. And I'm chuffed that we've got the Buddhist part, because that show helps me with my growth. And just say thank you very much. Okay, so Richard, could we have some more names, please? So remember, if you are a VIP, please put in front that you're a VIP, put the letter V, and just so let us know that you are one of our VIPs. And all it just simply means is that, as this is a VIP event, it means that obviously we are looking at messages there. However, if you're not a VIP, that doesn't mean you won't get a reading. It just simply means we just have to let Spirit take us where we need to go. So if you could just draw us some comments, please, Richard, and we will go through for our next person. All right, okay. Right, Simon Dooley. Simon, I'd love to come and work with you, if that's okay, please, Simon. Your family members are very much bang tonight. They're on it, as I would say, on it like a car bonnet. I do apologise. The world of Essex language. Right, Simon, I'd love to come and work with you, especially as I know you've just recently joined us as a VIP, so welcome. Right, okay. I've got a lady with me. She's making me sit very, very, I wouldn't say prim and proper, but she's making me sit up straight. And somebody has got backache, because she's talking to me about giving healing for back trouble. So I don't know whether it's you that's suffering with backache, or whether there is a family member that's struggling, because that's the first thing she's telling me about. I'll find out who she is in a minute. The backache is from the middle of the back to the bottom. Basically, it's a little bit like somebody has spent too long stooping over, or whether you've been on a computer and you're hunched over, because I'm at the middle of my back downwards. So that's where they're talking to me about some healing for you. If it's not you, that's not a problem. It will just for you to have that information, because there could be somebody around you that needs this love and healing. Right, okay. Right, okay. I need the first, brilliant, yes, thank you, Steve, Simon. Right, I need to give your name, Stephen. Stephen, I wanted to call you Simon, and I wanted to call you Stephen, so I need to give a Simon. I need to give a Simon. You are a Simon. I need to give the name Stephen to you, so I just need to pass that over to you. Right, I've got to give you it sounds more like Frank. If it's not Frank, it's Francis. I kept hearing Fran, Francis, Frank, so I need to give you the name that starts with Fran. I know that can be Frank or Francis, but I've got to give Fran, I've got to give you that name anyway to you. Right, okay. And Simon, I don't know if it's you or whether it's this lovely lady in spirit. We will make the connection of who it is. We'll ask her to tell me who she is. I've got either you like baking, or somebody around you likes baking. So I'll tell you what I've got, and I'll give it to you, because obviously if I give you exactly what I've got, it can sometimes the imagery makes sense. I've got a pastry case. So I don't know. I know we're in Christmas. I don't know whether either you or somebody's been making pastry, like a flan, or you've been making a pastry case, because I want, unless it's this lovely lady in spirit that knows how to bake. I have got in front of me, she is talking to me about, it's a round dish. I've got the pastry in a minute, and I'm baking it blind, which I do know means you bake that first before you put your filling in. So I don't know, Simon, whether you my baker, or somebody around you's a baker, knowledgeable, technical, or whether it's this lovely lady in spirit who is technical in her baking, because this is a technical thing I need to recognise. Right, as she is coming through, she gives me a feeling of having a real motherly vibe with this lady. She does give me a feeling of being your mum. If she's not your mum, she would be your nan. But I know I'm on the female side because there is a lot of love and affection to you. Right, okay. Cooking is important to you and to her, because now I'm being taken to jam tarts, and I'm being taken to somebody liking, yes, my wife, okie dokie, brilliant. It's technical. I'm thinking, they were made for a win. Ah, excellent, thank you. And I've got somebody really liking blackcurrant jam. Oh, I love blackcurrant jam. Blackcurrant jam, or it's lemon curd. It's the bitter. Someone likes the bittery taste of it. It's that, yeah, we all love a bit of jam. So I want to recognise blackcurrant jam or the bitter. So I know I want to recognise this. Right, this lovely lady there. I keep getting another. I'm going to give it to you because I keep getting the energy and it keeps coming in and out, in and out. I've got a lady of the same generation as you. Now, I know you said about your wife, but I want to be, not only do I have a motherly vibe, I keep getting this lady that comes in and out. Now, I'm going to ask the question, is she's of the same generation as you? I will ask, has your wife passed over? If not, this is like a sister or a sister-in-law. I need to recognise this same energy. And I've got, and the way my spirit people work, your spirit work with me, when it's older generation, they go behind me. Males are this side, females are this side. I'm just waiting for you to comment yes or no. And then when I'm on the same generation as you, they feel like they're all standing in a line that way. So this is how but I will need to recognise this lady's energy, and I just want to recognise her. So I will ask, is your partner your wife in spirit? And hope that I haven't murdered your family member. Whilst you're commenting back, I will carry on anyway. Right, I need to give you Ruby. Ruby red is what I want to recognise. So I don't know whether that means Ruby wedding, or whether either she's got a ring, or this lady or ladies in spirit, you would be able to take the name, either the name Ruby or the ring Ruby, or a Ruby wedding. I don't know what year that Ruby is, but I want to recognise Ruby. Right, I'm going to come and give you some dates. Right, somebody loves daffodils, because I'm in the first place I'm in is no, okie dokie. It's not a problem. There is just this same lady, and it may well be that it's connected to your wife. I just needed to recognise this lady, but I'll carry on working with the older lady. I didn't want to. Right, I need to recognise daffodils are really important to you, or somebody loves daffodils, or and I need to recognise St. David's Day. Right. And Simon, I'm going to have to give this to you. I want to be in Wales. Now, I'm not saying that you are in Wales, but I've got daffodils, St. David's, and I've got the Wales. Don't worry about the lady in spirit. I had to recognise that she was coming in and out. If you can't make the connection, I won't work with her. I'll carry on working with the older lady. So don't worry that you're not too sure. But I've got daffodils, somebody loving yellow flowers or liking daffodils. That means I've also got to recognise spring as a birthday party and anniversary. I need to recognise St. David's that time, and I need to recognise Wales. So I don't know if you've been on holiday. I don't know where you are. Everybody's in England in my little world, unfortunately. But I want to recognise there is a link, or there's a connection to Wales. But I will put it there. If it doesn't make sense, that's not a problem. Right, okay. I've got for you, she talks to me about feeling up and down at the moment. We'll get some months for you and some more names for you in a minute, Simon, but I want to go up and down at the moment for you. So she's talking about things being up. Okay, you can take it. Oh, brilliant, thank you. Up and down. But she talks to me about the fact that you're giving, I need to recognise your wife. You're giving a lot of help and support to her at the moment. There is a lot of two-way support they're talking about. And one of you's having to be really, really strong at the moment. So there's a two-way support, but either you're the up and down and she's giving you, or lovely wife is giving you a lot of support, or she's the up and down one and you're giving. I need to recognise that one of you is feeling or having to be more emotionally and mentally stronger for the other one, because they're talking to me about how it's quite tiring at the moment. Now, when they skirt around which person it is because it's personal. So they don't, your lovely family, they won't always say it is you, because this is a digital platform. So they'll just give me the behaviour, shall we say, and you'll know which one and who's who, shall we say. But I know I want to give this support towards this person who's feeling a bit tired and weary. Right, okay. And they're talking to me that they recognise for you that work doesn't feel quite right at the moment. Your lovely lady, work doesn't feel quite right, and your lovely lady, she's very, very cryptic with what she says. Now, that doesn't help us as mediums, but I like to recognise it. So she's a very private lady, where some spirit families will come in and go blah, 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 and other spirit family members will just be a bit more shy with their information. So they're recognising somebody doesn't feel quite right in work at the moment. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Simon. If you can just let me know, so we know we're still on the right path. Whilst you're coming back to say, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, or Claire, I do know what you're talking about, I'll carry on. Right, I need to give you the name Sylvia. Okay, just need to give you the name Sylvia as well. Right, okay. So what I'll do, okay. Yes, okay, you started the new job. Okay, so that makes sense. You started the new job because you're just feeling not quite settled at the moment. So that makes sense. I need to give you the name Sylvia as well. Okay, and I need to talk about there is a memory of a big tree or something like that for you. Now, what they're just coming in for you, Simon, is to just give you reassurance that it was the right move. It was the right move, because they're talking to me about you feeling a little bit and ahhing whether you should this was right or not. I also need to tell you August is important, birthday, party, and anniversary as well, Simon. This is important. There is a lot of love and affection from the spirit world for you and your wife, because I still need to recognise a lot of support between the both of you is what I'm sort of want to recognise, and they want to give this a lot of support. Okay, and there is a gentleman who's just walked in the door. There's a gentleman who gives me a feeling of being dad. He's just popped in to say hello, and it is the love and affection here is just to make you feel a little bit more settled, and things will fall into place, Simon. Is there anything else? No, what I'm going to do then, Simon, I hope that makes sense for you. It was very much about giving you reassurance that things are okay, and they are giving help and support to you and your lovely wife. There's a lot of love from the spirit world for her and for you. Yeah, and now with that, I shall close the connection and say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. Yes, we're just going to move to adverts, so we'll be back in 2 minutes.
If you're a SPTV VIP, then you're in for a chance to win a massive £100. My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
Hello and welcome back. Now, what I'll say is, if you saw the advert, don't forget, those who have joined as VIPs, definitely don't forget, there is a competition to win £100. All you've got to do is enter that competition. It is open to VIPs, and I just think, gosh, you've got a chance to win £100. double your money if you go to the sales and get things half price. So don't forget, if you haven't entered a competition, please pop over to the page and look out for the competition. So right, we will now move on to another person. If you have just recently joined us, this is a special evening for VIPs. All that just simply means that if you are a VIP, when Richard is doing the numbers and the names, they'll be where I draw into. It doesn't mean though that if you're non-VIP you won't get a message. It all just depends on our numbers. Right, okay, so Richard, if you could roll the names, that would be absolutely brilliant, please. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Right, no problem. Right, okay, I'd love to come to Jasmine if that's okay with you. I love how you've used the V and the 3 to make a heart. That's like old school. Remember when you used to do the at sign and then you could do the little dashes and turn it into a rose? Jasmine, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. Right, okay, who are you? Right, Jasmine, I need to recognise somebody loving brownies. Now, I know your name is Brown, but I want to recognise, I'll find out who she is in a minute. I want to recognise brownies. Either you've recently talked about baking brownies or somebody likes brownies. Sorry, tonight seems to be a bit of a cooking kind of topics. But Jasmine, instantly I want to talk about brownies and chocolate chip brownies. Okay, who are you? Right, okay. Now, I also want to talk, this lovely lady's coming through. I'm coming through and she gives me a feeling of being your nan on your mum's side. Now, I am a very flamboyant type of lady is what she's coming through. And either you've looked at new cookbooks recently, we're still within the baking cooking world, either you've looked at new cookbooks, or somebody's talked about how this year coming you really want to expand your cooking. But this lovely lady, was renowned for her cooking. I've got big pots here with her. I've got lots of spices in here. She's Oriental is what I want to go down that route. Not plain cooking. Is what I need to recognise for you, Jasmine. This is the way she's coming through. Okay, so just these things as they come through for you. I need to give you the name Mary for you, Jasmine, so I need to recognise the name Mary. Right, can you give me some other months? Right, I don't give some months. I need to recognise that January is important, birthday, passing, and anniversary for you. I need to recognise the month of May is a birthday, passing, and anniversary. I also want to recognise the month of November, birthday, passing, anniversaries. We've got January, May, and November as birthday, passing, anniversaries. Hello, Jasmine. Right, okay. She's coming in. As she comes through with her energy, I'm a big character. However, but she says to me that you're the same as her. You would do anything for anybody is what she's telling me, because she's talking to me about doing everything for anybody. Right, she's also telling me how she never slowed down, that she kept on going, and I keep getting the number 3 flashed out for you, Jasmine. 3 as in, and normally when I get 3 or low numbers, I'm talking about either you are one of 3 or whether you've got 3 children, because I need to recognise 3. So my lovely Jasmine, I will ask, does this resonate with you? And the reason why I ask this is just so we can build up our connection over the digital realm. So Jasmine, I will ask whether this makes sense to you, the months and the character of this lady. Right, okay. I've asked her to give me something that shows you she's around you whilst you're commenting back. She is aware that somebody needs to go to the dentist, or they've just gone. Okay. Right, let's see. And thank you, you've come back. Right. Okay, so I make you, you're my chocolate chip brownies. I get a subscription every month, but I've not done anything for a while. I use lots of herbs and spices. My son said yesterday he had a Chinese. It was me cooking chicken, but it wasn't Chinese. My great grandmother passed in January. We have birthdays in November. Excellent. Thank you, Jessie. That's the type of feedback I love. Brilliant. Excellent. Yes, and have a big heart. She's just like bang, breezing in. And like I said, I'm one of 3. Excellent. Thank you, Jasmine. It just really helps. Brilliant. Thank you. It just really helps with the comments, because it just, like I said, I trust your past loved ones to be telling me what needs to be done, but we need to build up the relationship so we're on the same path. Right. somebody wants to decorate, and either you've put your foot down, or whether you put your foot down, yeah, it's not you, or yeah, you've put your foot down, but there is somebody that wants decorating, because it's like, no, not now, or no, when the house is straight, because she, or it's no, not now, because she's laughing, because she is aware that you've put your foot down. So you've put your foot down about decorating, but she's laughing because she's like, too right. Okay. And she likes to watch you because you're busy sorting out all the finances. So you must be like me, a bit of a finance lady, because she's just showing you. I'm asking her, why are we talking about you putting your foot down and the finances? She's just given me a big smile. She's like, because I want to show her that we don't leave, we don't go anywhere, we are still here. She wants to just come in. She's got this massive big smile on her face. Right, okay. But she's also talking about making sure that you are looking after yourself as much as everybody else. So I don't, because she's just placing and talking to me about your hair. I don't know whether you need to go, whether you feel that you need to go to a hairdresser, but or I've got somebody that's got a tad bit of silver, shall we say. We don't call it grey, we call it silver, because she's talking to me about making sure you're making time for yourself as well, Jasmine. Right, okay. And I know I want to recognise, okay, you're my mum. You're like me, because I've just got, you've sort of put in, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So I know I want to do this. Right, okay. Right, okay, for you. There must have been a technical problem, because she's just drawn me to my Christmas lights flashing and not flashing, and flashing and not flashing, because she said that is us family members around you, just to let you know that we're there. So I don't know whether Christmas lights weren't working as they normally do, or something like that, or something was with technical not working properly. I have to give you the lights because that's what she's drawn me to. But it's like something wasn't quite right, and she's just saying we are around you. Okay. Okay, I've gone very right. I'm allergic to rice. It's my nurse. Okay, I don't. Okay, my lovely. You're my lovely silver lady then. Okay, because that's what she gave me, Jasmine. But I don't want to offend anybody, because I just had you with a little bit more grey or silver. Right. Somebody again. These are just little things to show you not that they've. I put my teeth in, that they are around you, because I've got Wham, and I'm sure it's Wham. Wake me up before you go. Richard's just, well, aren't you just lucky, Richard? You get my singing. My son's bedroom lights always flashing, front room flashes whenever I turn it on. Okay, it's just to let you know. But somebody loves Wham, because all I've kept getting is wake me up before you go. I can't stand that band. Sorry, I'm not an actor. Hang on. George. Okay. And if you can take the name, yeah, if you can take the name George, or George, it's not George Michael, is it? George. It's George. Doesn't George? Wasn't it George Michael that sang Wham? Okay. Right. If you can take the name George and George Mike or Michael for you, Jasmine, as well, because as we know, as we recently learnt, Spirit does give me a song. There can be other meanings behind it, but I know somebody also likes Wham because they're singing that to me. So I will give you also the name George and the name Michael as well for you. They are just coming in, and it is just to sort of say hello. Okay, and either you've seen Spirit or one of your children has seen Spirit. They've seen them around, because I'm just sort of saying, just to let you know what they said is right. So I don't know whether one of your children has sort of said, Michael, excellent. Okay, thank you. I'm glad the name makes sense as well. Thank you. I'll have to remember that for future as well. Oh, Spirit, you do work in lots of different ways. But I know I want to recognise that we're coming back to the little one has seen Spirit. They have seen Spirit, and you're seeing Spirit. But you're like we all do, very dismissive. We think, oh, no. But they are just giving me reassurance to give to you, yes, they are seeing Spirit. So it's just to let you know, okay. And either you changed your baubles. No, right, yeah, okay. I've got baubles. I've got change of baubles, but then that took me to Michael Bublé, which is the Michael again. So that's just Spirit So I'm really sure there must be a lot of love and affection that needs to be going to Michael at the moment, because they just give me, if they know about you changing the Christmas decorations or somebody want to change the baubles, then we went to Michael Bublé. Okay, no, so I'm seeing him. It is just to let you know it is them. And that's what it is, Jasmine. It is just to let you know we're here. It is us. This lovely lady's coming in. So it is just your message, just to let you know they're there. You see them. It's okay. And with that, I'm going to close your connection because she said, I'm done now. Goodbye. And with that, Jasmine, I just say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. I do truly appreciate it. Well, that's a new one. You're welcome. And that's sometimes what happens with your past loved ones. It isn't about you all having a big life-changing message. Sometimes it is just to come in and say, hi, I'm here. I'm going to take a sip of the drink for a moment. All right, Richard. Right, okay, so I love that. Wendy said VIP with extras. Oh my days, my lovely. Right, okay, so remember, if you are a VIP, please comment down below. And if you would like to make a connection with a past loved ones, you are more than welcome to put down who you would like to speak to. Because as we said, okay, right. Oh, go back one, please. I want to go. Okie dokie, keep going. I want to go back. Go back, Richard. No, one more, please. Izzy. No, it was Izzy. Izzy's the one. I'm sorry, Richard does all my comments with. That's it. Because I would love to come to Izzy if that's okay. So Izzy, I'd love to come and work with you if it's okay, please. Right. And the reason why I want to come to you, I haven't figured out who I'm chatting to, which does happen at times, Izzy. I'd love to come and work with you, but I'm really drawn to the angelic imagery that you've got there. I'm trying the desire to know. Well, I'm just trying to read what your little profile says. The desire to know your own soul. I can't see the rest of it. It's all a bit blurry. Will all end up all other desires. And it was just instantly I wanted to come to you because I've got this lovely person in spirit. Okay, who are you? Right, Izzy, I'm going to ask you whether you work spiritually or not. Now, spirit work have started to change how they work sometimes, and sometimes I get the people's spirit guides come through. But I want to ask whether you do work spiritually or not, because I've got a lot of colour around you. Well, your imagery of your name, I've got a lot of rainbows around you. So either you're working in a healing, or whether the role that you do in your everyday life does offer healing, because I want to recognize that you're meant to be a healer or you are doing healing. I will find out. There is a couple of people in spirit for you, Izzy. Okay, I've got I need to give you the name Michael as well. Okay, no, right, I need to give you Michael, but they're talking to me, Evie, that you have been, thank you, Evie, you have been asking for angelic help. I don't know if you've been asking to talk to Archangel Michael. This is a new one for me. Whether you've been asking or you've been calling upon angelic help, because I want to be up and I want to be recognizing they're coming in. So there's a lot of spiritual links around you. Right, who are you? Right, okay. Right, I've got let's do this then. Let's do my guide. Let's come back a bit whilst you're commenting to say, yes, Claire, that makes sense, or no, it hasn't got it. So not so cool, but not very confident with it. Okay, right. Now I've got this Archangel Michael. Now, I'm not great with my angels, so I just know Archangel Michael and Raphael, but I'm pretty sure Michael's our communication side of it, I think. I think which has gone, So, yeah, so that would be why Michael's coming in, or you've asked for angelic help to do with communications. Right, Izzy, I'm just working through it because I can feel lots of people around me and I can feel guides as well. So I'm trying to find where I need to come with my message for you. Right, okay, let's go and do some easy mediumship. Let's get you some months. January is important for you, Izzy. Birthday, past, and anniversary. When I've done an angelic mediumship call. There's my angelic bit. Brilliant, excellent, thank you. There's a lot of angelic work going on with you. So I know I need to recognise January's important, birthday, passing, anniversary. What other month? I need to give you May's important, birthday, passing, anniversary. Okay, whatever. September's important, birthday, passing, anniversary. And I've just been given the 18th. Now, when they give me dates of the 18th, they don't necessarily have to connect to them months. It can be a birthday, passing, anniversary in or around the 18th, or the 18th is important to you. Right, okay. I'm being okay, and I've also done, okay, you've done some angels, brilliant. Okay, so that's where I've got lots of angels. I just needed to recognize because it's really important for you. Right, okay. I need to tell you, I do apologise that I'm not able to make the connection. I've just got lots of people going on around me at the moment. Okay, Mum Paz, right, because I've got lots and lots of energies coming. I'm trying to figure them all out because they're all coming in and they're all blurring, which is fine. Right, don't settle is what I need to tell you straight away, Izzy. Right, Mum, come a bit closer. I know you said about Mum's past. September makes sense. Mum, help me out here, Mum. Right, I'm asking, as you saw Mum to come in and just help me. I know you said about Mum passing, so I'm asking her to come through. She is telling me don't settle. Right, don't settle. And I've got cupcakes with you. We're back to food today. That used to be my first lot of mediumship. I've got to give you cupcakes, muffins, fairy cakes, that type of thing. So I don't know whether you've recently, whether you would have, I've got to give you pink, I'll tell you the imagery, it's pink icing, buttercream muffins or cupcakes with sprinkles on it. So I don't know where that fits in the world with you, but that's the first thing she's given me to pass over to you. Right, okay. I also want to recognise either you've bought a bracelet with her or whether you have talked about getting something symbolic for her in a spiritual sense, because I want to count, like here on my necklace, I want to count, or either you play with the beads, because she's making me count beads is what I want to do. So either a bracelet, or whether you're renowned to play with the bracelets, or whether you play with your necklace, that's crystals, because I need to pass this over. This is about them recognizing that she's around you, but I want to play with a bracelet. Okay, Mum doesn't, I know you said about Mum passing away, but Mum, as she comes through, she makes me feel that she struggled to get words in place because my thoughts are all over the place with your lovely Mum. And she's talking about feeling, okay, blooming love cake, okie dokie. She's talking to me about feeling a little bit unsettled. So I don't know how Mum passed, or whether Mum's, okay, I'll just give it, shall I, lovely? She went, yeah, she gives me a feeling of having a fogginess in her mind before she passed. So I don't know what her condition was when she passed. Okay, and you make your cupcakes with your grandbabbas, okie dokie. But I want to recognise about a fogginess. I need, yeah, it's important. Fogginess is important for you, Izzy. Right, okay. Right. Right, okay. I asked her what a message. She's coming full blown. We haven't got, as much as we've got all the angelic realm around us and guides and everybody else around you. Okay, I always wear a chakra bracelet and bracelet for my best friends. Okay, right. One of them's a hematite, or you need a bit of hematite. Now, I'm not great on crystals. I just know my basics, but I've got hematite. That's what I was given. She's come through and I'm asking her what's advice. She said, right, Izzy, you need to make a list. Okay, you need to make a list of everything you want to do, put it in a priority, and go for it. So I don't know if you, no, I'm not going to say don't know, because she's just told me off. She's making me to offer you the guidance, because it's like you need reassurance that you can do whatever you set your mind to, but we need to put our ideas down on pen and paper. So it's all the things you want to do in your spiritual world, in your spiritual gift, put them down on a piece of paper, put them into priority, and then work from top to bottom, is what she said. This is me, because it's like I need to help you, or she's helping you set your mind on where you want to go. Because she says, you're a little bit, I fancy doing this, I want to do that, I want to do this. And she says to me, we know we need to settle you down and get you focused on what you want to do and put it in a priority. And again, you've just been given the 7 of Cups as well. So lots of different ideas going on here. Thank you. Mum's kind of gone blah, 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 blah. I also want to recognise about talking though, because she's making my throat really, really croaky. So again, I don't know whether when she passed she had a croaky throat or a voice, or whether she's talking about you speaking up. I'm not great at my numbers, but she's just drawing me to the not 21, 21, 21, 21. So she's asking me for you to look to see what 2121 stands. Oh, Richard's going to go and find that for me. What does 2121? Go on then. What? Right, okie dokie. Izzy, Richard knew what 2121 is. I only know certain ones. Richard, because your lovely mum guided me to 2121 on the clock on here. 2121 is to let you know that your guides are around you at this moment in time, helping you and guiding you to achieve your spiritual growth and development. And they are placing opportunities in front of you. So that ties in lovely with what your lovely mum was saying about going through, put a list down of the things that you want. And obviously at the very beginning, I had all these different people come through. So it's to let you know that your spirit guides are around you, guiding you to where you need to go. So just another bit of reassurance from the spirit world as much as your lovely mum. And I need to recognise a dog in spirit as well. I'm in my own little Izzy bubble. Izzy, I have an Izzy, and I know exactly what you mean. And I do need to recognise a dog in spirit as well, because the dog's just walked in the door. And with that, Izzy, I will close my connection down with you. There is a lot of love and spiritual connections around you. Your spirit guides are strong and they are guiding you. And with that, I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to connect, and also for allowing me to bring your mum through. I do truly appreciate it. So thank you very much. Thank you. Brilliant. Right, well, we're now coming to the end of the show. It's been absolutely amazing to be hosting this special event. Don't forget, if you are a VIP or anybody that's new that's trying to be a VIP, hop over, find that competition, because you're in for a chance of winning £100. So, as I said, double your money in the January on the Boxing Day sales. How amazing is that? And Richard, I know you said we have somebody, is somebody else, you've got, put my teeth in it, I can't talk today, honestly. Who is on for the remainder or the week ahead? I know we've got some time off for Christmas, haven't we? Right, Monday, so start to get you feeling Christmassy. We have the Brighten Your Day are having a Christmas special. So that's on Monday morning. And that's also where you find out where if you've won your £100. So if you're not watching it on live, you can watch it on replay. And then on evening, so you've had your morning, you mix your evening. We've got Matt and Kirsty, who I have watched them live at my spiritual church. They had their show and it is their Christmas special as well. We also have in the week, we also have Wendy Leslie. I can't, Lindsay, I'll start again. Wendy Lindsay, I do apologise, who will be doing her Christmas show with her crystal ball. So look out, that's going to be another Christmas event as well. And we've also, not to miss out, we've got Angela Mitchell on Tuesday, who will be doing her psychic art, which is amazing. To be able to do that is like, wow. And then I think we're then moving into the Christmas period where we will all be having a rest. Yep. Yes. And also, if you've enjoyed watching me, then from the new year, I will be back here with the show Heavenly Sprinkles, and I will be back fortnightly from the new year. So make sure you click on your notification, whether you are on YouTube or on Facebook, click that notification button to know that I am on, or if you want to, you're welcome to pop over to my page as well, where I will be advertising it as well. So yes, in the new year, you get double me a month. Poor Richard. Honestly, poor Richard. So I shall say thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely Christmas, however you celebrate Christmas in your own way. And I shall say thank you to everybody that's jumped on, shared and liked. Thank you so much.